Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, what's up? My name is vianney.strick. Thank you so much for being here. As you guys can see by the title, today I'm just going to be doing a Q&A. A lot of you guys sent in a bunch of questions on YouTube as well as Instagram, whether it's personal or just opinions or advice. I wanted to answer them all today while doing this makeup look that I ended up loving. So I hope that you guys enjoy, and if you do, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to join my squad. Let's get into it. Alrighty guys, so I wanted to do this because number one, I haven't done a Q&A in a very long time. I feel like I also have a lot of new subscribers that don't know much about me, but I also just want to talk about everything. I didn't want all these questions to just be about me. And then if you guys enjoy this, we could definitely do it more often. You guys can just let me know. If I don't mention the product that I'm using, it'll just be linked down below per usual. I do want to start out with a lip plumper. This is the Physicians Formula Diamond Lip Plumper. I love doing a lip plumper when I start my makeup. And then for primer, I do want to try this Charlotte Tilbury. It's a flawless primer, but it's also an 50 SPF sunscreen. We'll start out with an easy one. What is your Starbucks order? So I actually have been ordering the same thing for probably a year now, and my husband Wyatt also orders the same thing. So we get a vanilla sweet cream cold brew, but I do change it to only sugar-free vanilla syrup. And then if it's a grande, I'll add 2 stevia. If it's a tall, 1 stevia. If it's a venti, 3. And I always ask for a little bit of sweet cream cold foam on top. That's what I get, and it's delicious. It's sweet, but still coffee. I don't like things that are super I don't know, that just taste like it's not coffee. And it's very low in calorie and of course low in sugar. How did you start your YouTube channel? Have you worked in the makeup industry, or do you just like to do makeup? So I wanted to answer this one because I definitely never want to come off like I am a certified professional makeup artist, because I am not. I actually went to college for broadcasting. I am not a makeup artist. This is just my hobby that turned into my job. I've always been very interested in makeup and beauty and anything like that. And like I mentioned, I did study broadcasting, and so I almost combined my two loves together and created my channel. I started my channel maybe 6 years ago now, 5 or 6 years. I was a senior in college. It was my last semester, and I started it that summer before my last semester, and I've just been doing it ever since. Some of you guys asked where I went to college. I went to Texas State University, and so I have my bachelor's in electronic media, radio, TV, and I actually have a minor in theater. What is your morning skincare routine and nighttime? I am so sorry that I still haven't done a video. I will tell you guys what my routine is in this video, but of course I'll make another video and actually talk about the exact products that I use. So in the mornings, I'll either wash my face or take off my skincare from the night before with micellar water. If I'm just gonna go to the gym, I'll just do the micellar water. If I'm gonna actually do my makeup again, I'll wash my face. And in the mornings, I love using exfoliating toner that has BHAs, AHAs. That's kind of the only way that I really exfoliate. Also always wear vitamin C every single day. Sometimes I pair that with a snail mucin or add a little bit of niacinamide. And then I like to add a medium, doesn't have to be super lightweight, but a medium moisturizer. And then I also always do sunscreen. Then at night, I like to use an oil cleanser to remove my makeup. Again, I like to use just a gentle face wash. Sometimes I'll do toner, sometimes I don't. It really just depends. I kind of base my night routine around my tretinoin. I did use retinol, and I moved up to tretinoin. I was using the tretinoin 0.025, and I got to the point where I was using it every night, and so I had absolutely no irritation. But I recently moved up to the 0.05, so I do try to switch it up every night, because obviously I can't be wearing that tretinoin every single night just yet. And so sometimes I'll sandwich it with a moisturizer or snail mucin and a hydrating serum. And then I do like to use a heavy, thicker cream at night. I like to go to bed looking like a slug. But I don't slug anymore, by the way. I don't slug because I personally got perioral dermatitis from slugging with Vaseline. So will you please link your jewelry that you've worn in the last few videos? I purposely wore a lot of my jewelry today because I wanted to show you guys where they're from. I get a lot of questions about this necklace. It's just like a standard diamond necklace. The reason why I don't link a lot of these products is just because I don't even know if like you'll be able to find them. I bought this in store in the Cayman Islands, so just know that it's just like a little diamond necklace. You could definitely find one at any store or just get a fake one, you know, it doesn't really matter. I get a lot of questions about my rings. So obviously the top one is my my engagement ring. If you guys are wondering, my engagement ring is a radiant diamond, and it has a pave band, and as you guys can see, it is white gold. And then sometimes I switch up my bands. This band is one of the bands from Cartier. It's like the very skinny ones, because they do have like thicker ones, but I got the skinny one because I like to wear it as a wedding band. If I'm sometimes wearing a necklace that says Virgo, I will link that one. I actually got that really cheap on Amazon. If I am wearing a V&A necklace, I got it from Etsy. I get a lot of questions about this ring. This is actually a custom ring. It has like a little emerald diamond inside, and then it's just white gold with little diamonds, or yellow gold, I mean. I actually got this custom made at Shaftel Diamonds, where I actually got this wedding band as well. This is a princess cut eternity band. So I will link them down below. They are a family-owned business from Houston, so if you want to support local, or if you want to support a family-owned business, I will leave them down below. If you like really want this ring, you could just say like, I want that ring that V&A customized. Just say vianney.strick, and they should know. What did you love the most about your wedding? Any advice that you would give to a bride? I'm getting married in 37 days. Congratulations, that's very exciting. By the way, I just posted my wedding video, so if you guys want to watch it, I'll put it right here. We got married in San Miguel de Allende, Mexico, which is such a beautiful place that I feel like a lot of people that are not from Mexico haven't been to. So my favorite thing about my wedding, of course, aside from like marrying Wyatt, you know, we had 100 people go out of their way to go to our wedding. Most people had never even heard of this place, and I understand that some people can get like travel anxiety, especially going to a place that like you've never been to. And so the fact that that many people showed up for us and were there for us, it's like, it was the coolest thing. Like being in the middle of nowhere in Mexico and walking around and hearing V&A, Wyatt, and it's like our friends from high school, our friends from college, our neighbors, like it was so cool. We like took over this small town. The fact that everybody came and went out of their way, and the fact that everybody loved it. Everyone's like, oh my God, this place is amazing. I'm definitely gonna have to come back. Like having that like camaraderie and the family, really seeing like all of your friends from your whole life, from when you were little to college that you still talk to, with your family, all come together and like party and celebrate is so cool. So that was definitely my favorite part. My advice to the bride and the groom is to be present. If you're planning this wedding, it's probably a little stressful, and that's fine. Like these things happen. Sometimes things are stressful. Just make sure it's worth it. You know, you're spending so much money, so much time. If you're gonna spend 6 months to a year planning a party for yourself, enjoy your party. You know, remember that it's for you, not for everybody else. Everybody else is there to be there for you. Like if you have a good group of people around you, they're gonna have fun. Like you don't have to worry about that. So don't waste your money by having a wedding that's not for you and that you don't enjoy. How do you feel about cosmetic procedures that you've done? Have you gotten Botox, lips, brows? Would you do them again? Would you try something new? I'm very open about anything that I've done. I did get my eyebrows microbladed. They're definitely fading because I haven't gotten touched up in a while. But if you go back to my old videos, I don't have a lot of hair right here. And so I would definitely do microblading again. I don't think it's for everyone. Right now, my eyebrow shape is not in style, like a straighter brow. Something like this would be more in style, but like I don't care because this is the brow shape that I like. So if you don't care about trends and then you're not very indecisive and you do have a specific shape in mind that you think will look good for the rest of your life, obviously unless you want to like get this lasered off, then do it. But if you like to kind of change your look with the times, with the trends, if you like to experiment, then don't do it, because then you're just gonna have a really hard time with that. I can link my videos of microblading if you guys are interested in learning all about it down below. Also, I recently went to go get my lips tinted, my lips blushed is what it's called. I am working on a video for you guys where I talk all about that, but if you notice that my lips are just a little bit more pinky and not as like transparent, then that is why, because I did get them, technically I got them tattooed. I do have some Botox on my face, and I also showed you guys me getting Botox in one of my vlogs during Christmas time. I have a little bit of Botox on my forehead and then right here, and then I also have some on my upper lip, which gives me a lip flip, so it kind of brings my lip up just a little bit. I mean, as you guys can see, it's extremely natural because I don't really get that much. And then I also have it up here for the gummy smile, so when I smile, it's not like this. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I personally just hated showing my gums so much, and so now when I smile, it's just like a little bit relaxed, and I do like it. I definitely think you can get carried away with Botox, and I do think that I got a little carried away with some of the Botox that I got on my forehead and in between my brows. So I'm actually gonna wait a lot longer until I get it retouched. I know that you guys see that I don't really have many wrinkles. I'm mainly getting for preventative reasons, like I just have like a lot of expression, and so I would just get a lot of lines on my forehead, especially right here. By the end of the day, like my foundation would get marked right here, and so I've been getting it just so that those lines just don't form. But like I said, sometimes I get a little carried away, and I need to remind myself that like I am still young and that I don't need to do so much. And then I do have a little bit of lip filler on my top lip, but it doesn't work on me. I don't know, like when I look at my old pictures, my lips used to be like this, so I guess it works, but like not really, you know? So I just need to find a filler that works for me, but in a way, and just trying to be positive, I guess I feel lucky that it doesn't work that well on me, because who knows, maybe I would have overdone it, you know? So is that all I've done? Yeah, that's all I've done. How do I feel about it? Obviously, the way I feel about it is that I'm okay doing it. I think that it's such a personal preference. I think that if you do that, you should maybe wait until you're a little older. I'm 28. I know that I'm still young, like I know that, but I have seen a lot of kids getting things done like when they're like 18. The first time I ever got Botox was last year when I was 27. If you are thinking about getting anything done, maybe wait a little bit to see if, first of all, if you even really want it, and also, you know, your face is not like done growing when you're 18, so I would definitely wait. You should do it for yourself and not for other people, and I know that that's like cliche and easy to say, but I truly feel like no one really notices. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell that I had all these things done, right? But like, I don't care, because I'm not doing it for you to notice. Like, I'm not doing it for my husband to notice. It's really just personal preference. And that's why I'm happy with the choices that I've made. Like I said, my eyebrows are semi-permanent, but I don't care, because even though they're not on trend right now, these are the eyebrows that I like on my face. So I really do it for myself. My other thing is, recently I posted, or I've been more open about it. Like, I've always been transparent, but I guess recently I've been posting more about it. And the reason why is because I would rather be transparent. I have a YouTube short where I showed my Botox kicking in, and the amount of hate that I have on that video, like, people are literally like telling me that I need Jesus. Like, truly, it's crazy how much people are hating on me. But the way I see it is, number one, I'm not telling people to go get things done. Like, I don't think I'm promoting it. But people beg for transparency. I would rather get hate for being honest than get hate for not being honest. Because then if I don't say anything, then people always complain like, oh, these are unrealistic standards because nobody's honest. And then you're honest and they're like, stop promoting it. You're screwed either way. So I would rather be screwed by being myself. It's so funny to me how much people care about what I do to my face. It's like, get a life, you know, or don't watch my video or block me. I don't care, you know, but I would rather be honest with the people that care about me, my subscribers. Anyways, I feel like that was kind of long, but I was using the CoverGirl eyeshadow palette. This is the last question I'm going to answer on YouTube. It says, I would love to know about your life growing up. Where's your hometown? Did you go to college? What's your ethnicity? Where's your family from? What's your full-time job before YouTube? If you want to like really get to know me, there's a lot of get to know me videos on my get to know me playlist. So I'm originally from Mexico City. I was born there. I moved to the States 20 years ago this year, actually. My mom is full Mexican. My dad is full Spaniard. So all my dad's side of the family is all in Europe, and all my mom's is in Mexico. Obviously, I'm a lot closer with my mom's side because that's where I was born. My last name Strick actually comes from my stepdad turned to dad. My stepdad adopted me and my brother, and he's full German. So I have a Strick. It's a German last name, so it can get a little confusing. But yeah, and my first language is Spanish. When I moved here, I grew up in Houston. I still live in Houston. I love Houston, so this is where I've been. Technically, I've never had a job outside of college. I've been working since I was 14. I've always had a job. I've had so many jobs, but technically, my last job before I became a full-time YouTuber was two things. I was a waitress to like pay all the bills, and then I was actually an anchor. I was doing broadcasting for a local Houston TV channel, and it was all in Spanish, so I was a Spanish broadcaster, and I actually did that as my like internship, and so I was working with them for a couple months, and so that's kind of what I did. And then as soon as I graduated college, you know, I had some money saved up, and I decided just to put in like all my time and energy into YouTube, and it became my full-time job. So moving on to Instagram, what would you want to be doing if you weren't an influencer? So I guess what I would want to be doing is what my plan was before I became an influencer. I went to school again to do broadcasting. My intention was never to get into like traditional news networks. I always wanted to get into entertainment. So I wanted to maybe be like a hostess, or like I always wanted to work for like E-News. I wanted to get into TV, but with a degree. You know, I didn't really want to just like go straight to LA and do something like that. And that's why I kind of decided to do my theater minor, because whether I would go into acting, obviously that would help, and also I thought that theater would just help my presence on camera. Again, whether it's acting or not, you've learned some good skills on how to act, even if you're not acting. Does that make sense? Okay, here's a quick one. Why doesn't anyone ever do a video on all Ulta brand makeup? I will do that for you, okay? Why doesn't anyone? I don't know. Honestly, I never thought about it, but I will go ahead and put an order in and do a full face of Ulta Beauty just for you. Tips on how to grow your channel. So obviously, I'm not like the most famous YouTuber, so there's a lot that I need to learn to this day. When you're starting out, just be consistent. Like, the way to grow a channel is to put as much content out as possible, so that as many people can find your content. You know, obviously it's really hard to have people find you, not because your content is bad, but maybe because people are just not seeing it. And the way for people to see it is to, like, the more videos you put out, the more chances people are going to see it. Also, when it comes to the algorithm, it seems like these different applications, different social media platforms will actually care more about people that are consistent. When you're first starting out, obviously like put out content that you're like proud of, but don't overthink it, because I feel like a lot of us overthink things and then we don't post things, and then it's like you should have just posted it, you know? What is my diet and exercise routine? So if you guys have watched me for a long time, you guys know that I did lose a good amount of weight. So I gained about 30 pounds when I first started dating Wyatt, which is fine. You know, I feel like a lot of us gain weight when we're like in new relationships. And that's fine because it just means that we're just like enjoying ourselves without worrying about what we look like. And I think that's a good sign. But I did get to the point where like, not only is it like not healthy, but I also didn't feel good about myself. And so I did go ahead and started to like lose some weight. I lost maybe like 10 pounds, but then COVID hit, and so then I gained like 5 more. And then really like what got me into shape for real this time was my wedding. I know that it's a little triggering for some people to say like, get in the best shape of your life for your wedding. I don't think that you need to do that. I think everyone should get married the way they want to look, and you know, just because you're skinnier doesn't mean you're gonna look more beautiful. For me though, it's always easier for me to like stick to something if I have like a reason to, that is not just my mindset. Like I'm just not that strong willpowered, so it's better for me to just have a goal in mind, like a reason why. And so I did go ahead and lose like the rest of the 30 pounds, and it's been a year since my wedding, and I'm actually 2 pounds under my wedding weight. I'm not gonna share like how much I weigh or anything like that because I don't want to like trigger anyone with like numbers. Just know that maintaining weight loss is way easier than losing it. When you're losing it, that's the hardest part. And just remember that when you get to your goal, it'll be better because it'll be easier, and also you will have those habits. You'll have like way more like natural motivation because you got there. Does that make sense? The way that I lost it though is just like, it's a lot. Not a lot, there are just like a lot of different factors because I really did change my lifestyle, not just like dieted. The thing that helped me the most was being on a calorie deficit. I will say though, you need to be careful because once you start counting your calories, it can turn into like a disorder. You know, I'm not saying I had an eating disorder, but I did become like very, very addicted to only counting my calories. And it got to the point where like if I ate something like at a restaurant that I didn't know the calories, it would negatively affect me because I liked knowing. And so now I'm not that way anymore. I don't actually keep track of my calories anymore, but what I do still love to do is I always weigh out my food. I know it sounds like I'm doing too much, but like having a kitchen scale is really nice to know how much you're actually eating. I feel like a lot of us sometimes maybe don't get to our goals because we buy a bag of something and it says 150 calories for a serving. And then you put a bunch of it on your plate and you're like, oh, it's only 150 calories. But what you don't realize is that 28 grams is 150 calories. And if you weigh it out, at least you can visualize how many calories you're eating. Again, don't become obsessed with the calories because macros are more important than just calories. I love serving sizes. And to be honest, like, in the United States, serving sizes are huge to begin with. It's not really about obsessing over calories. I like having the knowledge of what I'm eating. I do like to weight train as well as do cardio. I like to do a mix of both. I really like to prioritize eating like high protein foods and high fiber. I still eat carbs. I eat carbs every single day, but just try to make your foods and your snacks like very filling, and a lot of protein will be very filling. Something that I'm trying to work on right now is trying not to eat as much processed foods. Remember that like just because it's low calorie doesn't mean it's like healthy, because you can diet to lose weight, but you can also diet to be healthy. And right now I'm trying to like do both. Like, yes, I want to stay and be in shape, but I also want to be healthy, you know? I don't need to be like my lowest weight, but then have all these health issues because of all the processed artificial things that I'm eating. So it's just about balancing. And then once you do that, you'll have like a way healthier relationship with food. And also you don't want to make it impossible. Like, do workouts that you like to do. If you just want to go for a walk instead of doing nothing because it's too hard. Like, do something instead of nothing, and that will always be better. Have a treat if you want, so that you don't binge eat later because you've been eating healthy all day. Like, you really, really have to like fix your relationship with food and realize that like eating junk is not bad for you, but it will set you back a little bit. But it's okay if you're eating well 80% of the time. I am not a nutritionist, but my mom is. So I have definitely learned a lot from her, and really just from my own research and experience. Alrighty guys, so that was the end of the video. I feel like this video is getting a little long, so if I didn't get to your question, I'm sorry. I could do these videos more often if you guys are interested. We could do them monthly. I feel like I talked a lot about myself in this video, so if you guys want to keep doing these videos, definitely send me questions about whatever. You guys don't have to be like asking about me. As much as I love talking about myself, I don't love talking about myself. So, but anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys like this look. Like I said, I will link everything down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for those of you that sent in your questions. I love you so much, and I will see you guys in my next video.